we actually picked the perfect day to do this, because just yesterday at 3 AM, we got some new Transformers Voyager Beast figures. So this is completely topical and up to date. Before we begin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I am Optination Review. I do Transformer movie news, although I haven't done much lately. I do Transformer toy reviews, and also I go to Transformers events such as like EF cons around the country. And so I'm an all-around Transformers YouTuber, basically. Anything and everything Transformer.
Yeah, I actually seen your YouTube shorts with the Orlando Megatron guy. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, he's always a treat.
You guys should totally see those are great. Link to his channel will be in the description. Again, he's one of my patrons, so thank you for donating and supporting me. As always, I kind of hope you guys will also return the favor. And today, we're going to be talking about the Rise of the Beast figures. Now, before we begin, what are your thoughts on Rise of the Beast in general so far?
I cannot wait for Rise of the Beast. The trailer looks awesome. The CGI could be worked on a bit, but it's the first trailer. Give it a break, guys.
Okay, listen, I'm probably gonna upload this before the second trailer comes out, which is in 7 days from here. I didn't like the first trailer that much. I had my fair share of problems with it. I made a whole video talking about them. I'm hopeful that the second trailer will prove me wrong and it will fix some things, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the toys of Rise of the Beast have come out, and I think in total we have around 36 toys, which is actually quite a bit. We essentially have the whole Wave 1 and even some of Wave 2 already kind of released. So in this video we're just gonna take a look at everything that got released, and we're gonna be ranking that from our favorites to least favorites in this tier list format, because that's the best kind of YouTube content there is.
Yep.
So what's your general opinion on these toys? Like, for me, a lot of them are pretty hit and miss, but there are some that I honestly, well, it's not something I will collect. It's something that I have my eyes set on. For example, a lot of like the mainline gimmick stuff, honestly, to me just looks a little better than Studio Series, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want Bumblebee just because I'm partial to Bumblebee.
Oh wow, the guy with a Bumblebee profile wants more Bumblebee figures. Who had thought?
Oh. The off-road Bumblebee.
Oh, that one looks cool. Okay, look. I got a record to say I don't like Bumblebee that much. He's a cool character, but I don't like buying so many figures of him. And I look at my collection, and I have High Octane Bumblebee, I have Age of Extinction Bumblebee, I have BB Movie Bumblebee, I have Cybertron Bumblebee, I have G Bumblebee, and I have the 2007 Bumblebee and Rise of the Fallen one. And I'm like, do I really not like Bumblebee, or am I just like gaslighting myself? So look, I have like the tier list here. I send you the link. You can record your own version of it. You're gonna have your tier list, I'm gonna have my tier list, and at the end we're all gonna, compare and contrast our results. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, we're gonna be talking about each of these figures individually. I think the first one that's on the list is this one right here, the Arcee Car Bumblebee that came out very recently. It's one of those non-transforming figures. I typically don't like those, but if I was a little kid, an Arcee Car Bumblebee will honestly be something I will really want.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really like non-transforming Transformers because they're called Transformers. If they don't transform, then...
Are you there? And we lost him.
A few inches later.
Continue from where you last left off.
Sorry. So, in my opinion, non-transforming Transformer toys are not the greatest because why call them Transformers? I know they look like Transformers, but if they don't transform, they're not that interesting.
I agree. It's almost like false marketing, false advertisement.
Yes.
But like, to be fair, like, I feel like while a lot of people do have a lot of gripes with non-transforming Transformers, the one thing they do have an advantage over every other Transformers figures is that they're usually ridiculously accurate to whatever they're representing. So
that is true. Just
for the novelty of this being an RC car, and I think that's kind of neat, I'm gonna give this a B. Okay, this is probably gonna be the only non-transforming Transformers that I'm gonna put in a B. How about you? What would you rank yours?
I'd probably rank it an A.
Oh wow, you must be a big Hot Wheels fan then.
Yeah.
Next up is this. I think this is the die-cast Bumblebee. Not that I'm taking a closer look at it right next to the RC one. They look exactly the same. Except for the yellow being a bit different.
Right, and one comes with an Autobot emblem.
I mean, that's cool, but like, I'm gonna give this a C. I don't hate it, but it's just like...
I'm gonna give it a D.
Oh. Okay, now I feel like I'm being too generous. I'm gonna put it a D too. Our next figure also recently got released, Wheeljack, or as I like to call him, Pablo. Now, listen, I don't like the Rod mode. I hate Nerd Emoji Wheeljack, but the vehicle is pretty sweet.
I like the color. Kind of can't wait to see what robot mode would look like in the movie. But I like him.
I'm gonna give him a C. Like, I don't hate it, but it's not doing anything special, and again, it doesn't transform. Up next, we have the last of the non-transforming stuff, the die-cast Optimus Prime. I think that's what it's called. Now, okay, this looks pretty sweet. Honestly, it looks fantastic. But it doesn't transform, so I'm tempted to give it a C.
I'm at least gonna give it a B, just because it doesn't transform.
I'm gonna give it a C.
But I do love Optimus.
The vehicle mode looks spectacular though, like especially the chrome in there. That looks nice. It reminds me of the Age of Extinction days.
Yup.
But now we're getting into the interesting stuff. We have Studio Series Arcee. How do you feel about that? I feel like we're gonna have vastly different opinions on this one.
Arcee, I will have to go with A, just because I love the way she looks in the trailer. And mind you, it's the first trailer, but I love the way she looks, and I also love that they did the homage to her visor flipping down from the 1986 movie.
Honestly, I love the movie design, but I'm kind of ranking this as a figure. And when I put the two of them side by side, this Arcee just doesn't match the movie one that well. And I get it, it's core class, so it's very limited on what it can do. But I don't know, like I see this Arcee and I just see it as a very awkward looking figure. Like the way she's holding her tiny gun, it looks very awkward. Kind of like how the Studio Series Seekers hold their guns from the Bumblebee movie. It's like it's not like all the way attached. It has this very weird angle. So for me, I know I just made a lot of enemies, but I'm gonna give this a C ranking. Honestly, I really don't like it. Just how I see it.
I gave her a B.
Okay, that's pretty generous, but then again, you are an Arcee fanboy, so that makes sense. Next up, this amazing figure, Battletrap, and I specifically picked this image. Okay, just straight out the bat, S rank. I think I don't think there's a single person out there that dislikes Battletrap. I think Battletrap is hands down probably the best, most non-controversial design of Rest of the Beast so far.
I like the his color. I'm a color guy, so I love the way his colors look and how they pop out, and just overall like the design of his like face and chest.
Yeah, he looks like an evil bulkhead. He's been described that way.
Yep.
And honestly, I feel that, like, to me this feels like an evil legacy bulkhead more than anything else, and I love him because of that. We're gonna move on to the recently released Optimus Prime, which came out yesterday, and I made a video on it at 3 AM. Seriously, no joke. So I'm actually pretty tired from that. The mainline Optimus Prime. Now, this is not Studio Series. And some people have been saying that this is a completely new mold, so it's not like the one from Studio Series. And
Right.
he comes with his Ion Blaster, the one that Studio Series holds, so that's pretty cool. I actually really like this. The problem is that we don't have that many images of him. He looks like a pretty solid figure, but from what I hear, I think he's a Voyager class figure, not a leader class. The truck looks kind of awkward to me. Am I the only one that thinks that way, or do you see it as well?
Yeah, it seems like there's a bit of kibble.
You know, funnily enough, this kind of reminds me of the Transformers Reactivate Optimus, the design that got leaked a little while ago.
And if I do say, his gun looks a bit bulky on the image, on the back of the image.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm actually gonna put this in B. It looks okay so far.
I'm doing C.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. And next up, to finish off the double release from yesterday, we got Rhinox. Rhinox is interesting. It looks like he has the Kingdom Rhinox weapons, but he seems to be a completely new mold. I put the images on the Discord. The Rhino mode looks cool, but it looks like he doesn't have a lot of mobility. I mean, do you see that many joints that he's gonna be able to move in Rhino mode?
No. And that's gonna be an interesting character to review, because you know I review articulation of
Yeah.
that figure.
Yeah, so I need your expertise here for this.
There is not much movement, and also his hip area doesn't look like it could rotate 360. It looks like it's limited to how us humans can rotate our joints.
Yeah. Also, this is gonna be a bit of a weird complaint, but why is his face so sad? Look at him.
Right?
It looks like look, I'm gonna go into Photoshop right now. I'm gonna paint those tears blue, and it looks like he's crying. So weird. Why would you design his face like that? It looks cool, but it doesn't blow me away. I'm gonna put this in B. I'm being generous right now. I think this should rightfully be in C, but I'm gonna put it in B right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C.
Okay, so I guess you're the bad cop and I'm the good cop now. That's our dynamic.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Optimus and Bumblebee that came out a long time ago, actually. Now this, I think, is the first Rise of the Beast anything we gotten. It's just like the... what was it called? The Energon Igniter storyline from from the Bumblebee movie. They're just reusing those models, right? Those toys, those molds, whatever they call them. Yeah, so this is just a reused asset with some minor changes. I really don't know what to rank this because I never had an Energon Igniter. You're my toy expert. What do you think?
Yeah. I would rank them a D just because, not because I hate it. It's just these figures are more for like, well, kids.
Ironic.
But I do love Bumblebee and Optimus, but they're just so simple to transform, and there's not much to them, and so I have to give it a D.
And I'll follow you because I have no opinion on my own. Okay, next up, probably the most controversial reveal out of all of these, Wheeljack, or as I like to call him, Pablo. Now he's part of the Mainline toy line, and he has removable glasses, revealing a very creative head sculpt and a tiny gun. Again, I hate the fact that this is Wheeljack, but I'm concentrating on the figure by itself. I'm gonna try to ignore the Wheeljack part. When I see this thing, I think of a nerd, and I think they did a good job, at least, you know, when we don't take the Wheeljack stuff into account. I'm actually gonna give it a B. It's an okay figure. If it was a different named character, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I gave it a B as well.
Wow, we got through the most controversial character in one go. Nice. Okay, now this is one that honestly kind of broke my heart because I wanted to see this one for the movie, but it turned out that this was an outdated concept, and that's the Mainline Airazor. Now, I will get to the Studio Series 1 in a bit, but I'm just saying, when I first saw this figure, I was like, this is perfect. Exactly what I want for Airazor in the movie. She's colorful, she looks like Airazor, her weapons are really nice, and her beast mode's also really nice. I could go for an A or an S here. How about you?
I'm gonna go for S just because I love Airazor.
I'm gonna go for an A actually. She's a bit too.
Really?
She's a bit too skinny for me. Like I like her. I like her a lot, but actually no, never mind. I changed my mind. S tier. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm probably gonna get this over the Studio Series version. Okay, now next one is one of my personal favorites, the Optimus Primal mask. Now, I know we all memed on this, like making those jokes like we're all gonna wear a suit and tie in the Optimus Primal mask and show up to the movies, which I might still do, by the way. If you guys wanna see me do that, get this video to, I don't know, 10,000 likes. That's your like goal for the day. And get Optination reviews plus 1,000 subs. That's also your second goal.
Yes. Yes. If I get to 1,000 before the movie release, I will also do the same thing.
That's our challenge, guys. If you want to see us do that, give us likes and subs and comments, because that's good for the YouTube algorithm. Jokes aside, well, we all meme on this a lot. It's actually a very impressive piece of engineering. The fact that the mask can turn into a robot is honestly so cool. It's definitely not the type of thing I will collect, but just because of the meme factor and just because I think that's really impressive, I'm gonna put this in an S tier. I'm gonna get some hate from that, but S tier for me.
Oh, I put it in S tier all day.
Next up, we got, I think this is the Beast Alliance Optimus Primal. I think this was our first look at Optimus Primal. He came with not Tigatron, apparently he's called Silverfang or something. And no, Aerostripe, that's his name, Aerostripe. Apparently this is based off an early concept art for Optimus Primal. Honestly, I kind of wish this was how he looked like in the movie. I don't hate the trailer version of Optimus Primal, I still really like it. But this would have been like my preferable Optimus Primal, you know?
Yeah, cause he looks more like he did in
Beast Wars. Yeah.
I'm ranking him as an A.
Because of the design or the playability factor of it?
Both actually.
Like, I like the simple gimmick of him just grabbing this tiger and making an arrow from it. That's cool. I don't like the transformation though. I feel like the transformation for Optimus Prime was very simple and not that fun.
From what I can tell, it looks like you can move his feet, his hands just a bit.
Like, the articulation
does-
seems to be kind of stiff, a little bit.
Yeah, it does look like you may be able to move his shoulder almost all the way, but time will tell.
I'm just gonna put this in B for me. How about you?
A.
Okay, next up, we got something that actually takes me all the way back to my childhood. The Optimus Prime Nerf Blaster.
Yeah.
I used to have the 2007 Optimus that turned into a gun. And like, he could shoot his Nerf guns. I don't know if you had that.
I actually didn't get that one, no.
I had it. I used to hit people with it. It was really fun. From what I remember, this is like a robot that transforms into a gun, and then you put the Nerf blasters in it, and you just shoot stuff. It's a pretty decent gimmick, but again, whenever I see this, I just think of the 2007 Optimus Prime blaster and how this is a far cry from that.
I do love the again, I'm a colors guy. The colors really shine to me. But I definitely have to pick up one of the 2007 Nerf guns if I can.
Oh, those were so much fun. If you can get one, like, it's totally worth it. I lost mine a long time ago. I'm gonna put this in C though.
I put it in B.
Alright. Next up, we got the Bumblebee 2-in-1 mask. Is it just me or does it look like he's wearing a mustache?
It does. Wow.
Yeah, I know it's literally the same as the Optimus Primal mask, but the Optimus Primal mask has the unique factor of literally being a monkey face, while this one is just Bumblebee with a mustache.
Yeah.
So for me, it loses a lot of the novelty, so it's gonna go in D tier. I'm sorry.
And the fact that there's a kid wearing the mask.
It's so uncanny. Look, actually, yeah, it gives it an uncanny effect. Yeah, let's move on before I get nightmares. Okay, next up, this is the first Rise of the Beast toy we officially ever got. I think it's One Step Changer Optimus Prime. Now, this guy doesn't transform into the truck we see in the movie. He has like a whole different vehicle mode, which it's cool, but like, I don't know, it's very confusing at the same time. I'm guessing it's based off the concept art. It looks cool though, like, I like the colors. It looks very solid. For the type of figure it is, and for what it's supposed to do, it looks like a very solid figure. He has a bit of a backpack, but I've never been much of a backpack complainer.
Yeah, I like the way he looks. It doesn't look like there's too much articulation though, but that's alright.
It's a gimmick type of toy, it's excused this time around. I'm gonna give it a B.
That's what I gave him.
Next up, Studio Series 100 Bumblebee. Now, I know I said I have too many Bumblebees and I'm not planning on getting any more Bumblebees, but I mean, this one just looks really cool to me. It's very simple, pretty much almost exactly the same as the first Bumblebee we ever got for Studio Series with some changes. But I don't know, I dig it. I actually like it quite a bit. So I'm gonna put this in A tier and I'm probably gonna get it as well.
Putting it in S tier, just again, I love Bumblebee.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, you do like Bumblebee. Next up is Mainline Cheetor. Now, actually, I really love this. I love this. My only problem is the beast mode. It looks like he's wearing brown pants, and that looks so off. It looks so awkward. Yeah, like everyone's saying, "Oh, this figure's so great. This figure's so great," but no one ever talks about the beast mode. And like, he looks like he literally is wearing brown pants. He looks like a cartoon, more than a cartoon, actually. If we had a version of this that was just pure yellow and then it had those ugly brown pants, I would put that in S tier. Unfortunately, the pants are gonna drag this down quite a bit for me. I'm gonna put this in B tier.
I'll do B. I'll give him some.
The colors are nice, but the problem is the brown that ruins it.
Yes.
I don't know what's up with the mainline figures bringing these random colors that mess things up. So next up, we got Studio Series Airazor. Now, when I saw this for the first time, I was confused. As a figure by itself, I think it looks cool. I'm a bit annoyed that it's literally a remold of the Kingdom Airazor because I already have Airazor, I have Pterosaur, I don't want a third, same mold Airazor. But, I mean, it looks cool, okay? Like, the figure itself looks cool, but I don't like the colors that much. I wish she was a bit more colorful, like the mainline toy.
Yeah, because it almost looks all one color almost, you know?
She reminds me a lot of the Age of Extinction Dinobots, and that's like my biggest
Yes.
worry with the movie. I hope they don't do what they did with those guys. Like, in my opinion, if we had like the back wings, the head of Studio Series combined with the colors and the rest of the body of mainline Airazor, you have yourself a perfect Airazor. I'm gonna put this in B tier. It's not bad, but it's just like the little things that bring it down for me.
Yeah, I put it in B tier.
Next up is the most okay character that got revealed, Freezer. This guy is like a complete mystery to me. He's gonna be in the movie apparently, and he has a Studio Series toy, but won't transform in the movie. It's like he's such a weird guy. I'm not even mad or anything. I'm just like confused by his existence.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like the guy from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like, why is Freezer? You know?
Yeah.
It's a core class figure. I honestly really like core class figures when they scale with everything else. He transforms into a tiny turret for Scourge, so I think that's kind of cool. He looks weird though. Like a henchman. In my opinion, the whole relationship with Scourge and the fact that you can combine those two figures, it's what elevates this figure for me. So I'm gonna give it a B.
That's what I put him as.
Oh, perfect. Great minds think alike.
Yup.
Now, I made a comment earlier about Mainline doing these weird color palettes with some of their characters, and this is a perfect example for that. Nightbird. I'm very conflicted about this figure. Look. I like the mold. I like it a lot. I like how the sword turns into the spoiler. That's super creative. I love that. But why does she have this ugly cream in her?
Now, I love the color chrome, but when you put chrome all over a car, that's just the vibes that I get.
Yeah, and the worst part is that she doesn't even have chrome in the movie. I mean, cream in the movie. You made me spell. You made me do that. She doesn't even have this color in the movie, so why give it to her? But what's the point of this? We were this close to an amazing figure, and you just had to like do this unnecessary change, and it ruined the figure.
And at least give her proper hands, not just circles. I hate some figures that do that, but
Well, to me, like I've seen it so often, I don't really have a problem with that. I personally think this is like the mold itself is just fine. If you could just Photoshop the figure and like fix the colors, then it will be perfect. I'm probably gonna end up doing that in post, but I'm gonna put this in. I want to put it in C, but I don't know. Like the mold itself is actually pretty good.
yeah. And it reminds me of Bulkhead kind of too with the chest.
You know what? I'm gonna make a new row for me, and I'm gonna call it C+, and she's gonna go there. Moving on, leader class Scourge. You can start this one.
I love his tentacle-looking hand on the left.
Have you seen the pictures for it with the articulation of him holding Bumblebee? That's, in my opinion, that's amazing.
Oh, like in the trailer?
No. There's actually pictures of him, like of when the person who got this. Hold up, I'm gonna see if I can find him. He's holding Bumblebee with his like tentacle things.
Oh no,
That-
no, I have seen it. That's
Yeah, that's so well articulated, and the fact that he can just hold a deluxe class figure, I think that's amazing.
That is, and for that reason, I gotta bump him up to A.
I love how you can like use the sword as a literal weapon or just have it like attached to his forearm. I think that's cool. I love the design details with the red taint, the red windows, the red panels. I think that's what you call it.
Yeah, red panels.
Yeah. I don't like how skinny he is. That's my only problem. But it's just a me thing.
It looks like you could snap him like a twig.
Indeed, yeah. Like I made the comparisons before. To me, he looks like Slenderman a bit, with a very elongated neck. It's still a cool figure by itself. Like ignoring all of that, I'm gonna give it an S. Actually, I'm definitely gonna get it.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely gonna get Scourge too. So yeah, I'm putting him up at the S.
Next up, we got I think the latest Studio Series reveal. That's Studio Series Cheetor. I actually really like this figure. I don't mind that it's Beast Machine-esque in nature. A cool detail is that I love how you can get the two spears and combine them, like how Optimus Primal did with his two swords. I think that's amazing. I just don't like the face. That's the only thing I don't like. What about you, Opti?
Yeah, I don't like the face. I wish he had just a bit more color. But other than that, I do love the figure. Seems like he has some pretty good articulation.
Yeah, he looks like a very dynamic figure, like, you know, like Age of Extinction type of humanoid, you know, esque body. I like that about him. My only problem is that, and this is the problem I've been having with a lot of the Beast figures, is that they have all these very muted colors while the rest of the cast is very colorful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an A actually. I think this is a very solid design for Cheetor. So now we just have like the little kids mainline figures. I think this is, I don't remember what this is called, but this is the do you know what this one's called?
I don't remember. Sorry.
Okay, I know it's like, I think it's like Battle Charger, Battle Master, or something like that. Optimus. It has like that weird truck that the first Wrestle Beast figure had, and he comes with like a little beaver's blade on the side of his hands, and that's cool. I like that. For a small figure, it's cool, but as you're seeing it, it looks like it doesn't have a lot of articulation. Like there's no, you know, the arms are just like, you know, completely like stuck together.
And what I've noticed in some toys is when you have the Optimus Prime legs that tall, most of the time I've seen that you can't even articulate the like knees. So we'll see.
Yeah. No,
No, you can.
Yeah, like I was about to say, there's some joints in there. I'm pretty sure we can move the legs, but I think the arms are a complete no-no. So I'm gonna give this a C for me. I'm gonna give it a C.
Yeah, I also gave him a C. As much as I love Optimus,
Next up, we got Rhinox. Now, okay, when I first saw this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm completely for this Rhinox. I love the head, I love the motifs from Beast Wars. The coloration, I wish he had more green on him, but by a standalone figure, I think it looks really cool. And the fact that he has the same problem as Optimus with the arms, and apparently not the legs, I don't really mind it this time around, because, I don't know, he looks like a tank. And that's what I want from my Rhinox.
Well, I mean, he is a Rhino, so...
I actually really like this figure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get him. I'm gonna put him up in the S tier.
I'll put it in B. Up next, we got Bumblebee here, who I think it's part of the same type of toys as Optimus and Rhinox here. Now, I just want to say, I love the vehicle mode.
Yeah.
The vehicle mode looks fantastic. I kind of wish the one from the movie looked kind of like this.
Right.
The off-road Bumblebee from the movie, it's just like Bumblebee with some headlights, and that's it.
Yup.
If he had like more of these black, you know,
Roll cage.
yeah, like the roll cage, that would be so cool. The toy itself, again, it looks like he kind of has some... Actually, no, it looks like he's a bit more articulated than Optimus and Rhinox, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick him up. Not just because I love Bumblebee, but because I'm sold on that car mode.
Yeah, if I get this figure, I'll definitely keep it in car mode only. So I'm gonna put this in A tier. Okay, so I actually made a mistake here, and I put another Optimus Primal, but we already talked about this, so just put it with the other Optimus Primal.
Oh, okay.
Scratch one off the list. Okay, next up we got this one right here. I think his name's like Chainsaw something. Literally, in my Twitter, I literally like posted an image with all the names. Let me pull this up real quickly. So, okay, yeah, Chainclaw. His name's Chainclaw. So he's like a battle master, right? That's what you call these.
Oh, yes.
Again, it's a very simple figure, but honestly, I think the chainsaw looks cool.
Looks like Optimus could cut down some trees.
Some people were making the comparison of calling this guy Chainsaw Prime. Just give him another chainsaw on his other arm, then one on his face, and you have Chainsaw Prime from the anime. I'm gonna give this a C+, actually. And next up is literally... I'm not gonna post anything else because I already posted the image. It's literally the Optimus Prime with the chainsaw. This looks cool, but like I feel like it's very miscolored here, especially at the body. You know, like the mass in between the crotch and the chest.
Yeah.
It's like they went a bit lazy with that, and I don't like that. Especially, which is weird because like the face is completely well colored. Even they got the smokestacks completely right, but they couldn't go the extra way with the mass of the body. Right. You're my Optimus Prime expert. What's your thoughts on this?
Totally agree with you. I do like how they kept antennas, I guess you'd say, on the top of Optimus Prime.
The helmet wings.
The helmet,
Is there an actual term for what those are? Like, I don't know. I feel like people just call them whatever they feel like at the time.
If someone knows that, please comment.
Yeah, please comment. I'm curious about that. I do like the colors. I like the vibrant colors. That's nice, but I want to see more of them. That's my biggest problem with this figure.
I would probably rank it A.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty high.
Well, were you gonna rank him like D?
Well, I was gonna put C, but yeah. Like, okay, well, the colors are nice though. You know what? Scratch that. I'll put this on a B. So next up, we got, this is a double figure. Bumblebee and this guy whose name is Snarlsaber. So the two of them can combine. I have the image of the combined form right here. And I noticed like a Cyberverse gimmick. I never collected any of those. It looks cool, but I don't know. It's just not the type of thing I would buy. Do you have any experience with this type of figure? And what's your professional opinion on them?
I've only bought one Cyberverse figure, but I do say right as you pulled up that picture, it looks like his face almost looks like a cat. That's why I started laughing.
B-Tuber Bumblebee. I don't like how the yellow is different from the yellow Bumblebee's body. You can tell it's a different shade of yellow.
Oh yeah.
That kind of messes up the design a bit. If the yellow here was the same as Bumblebee's body, I think this would look perfect. But I don't know, like I feel like all the weight is at the right side of his hand, and this figure could fall off very easily.
Like you almost have to lean him to the left.
Yeah, that's actually the problem I kind of had with Robots in Disguise Steeljaw, but it wasn't a problem with the size, it was a problem with him standing up. So I'm gonna put this in C tier.
I am gonna put him in B.
Alright, next up we got a really cool one, and that's Arcee from the Beast Alliance toy line alongside Silverfang, that's his name. Honestly, I kind of like this Arcee more than the Studio Series one. I know it's a bit bulkier, but I think it looks a little nicer.
I like it a lot better just for the fact that it looks like it has a bit more color.
Yeah, well, I can't say the same for the vehicle mode though.
Whoa.
Yeah, the vehicle mode doesn't look that good.
It looks almost like a, kind of like the Junkion's vehicle, kind of.
It does, doesn't it? And then we got the combined form, which I have to admit, I think it looks a little better than the Bumblebee one. And the colors don't seem to like conflict that much.
Yeah, no, the colors don't conflict. It looks a lot more properly balanced, like it won't like fall over to one side.
Yeah.
You could definitely display it in robot mode.
Oh, you know what will make this figure perfect?
What?
Give Arcee the pink visor.
Yes.
That will make this figure top tier. But it's a wasted opportunity right there. But I still like this figure. I want to put it in A, but the vehicle mode like brings it down quite a bit for me. So I'm gonna put this in B. Still a really solid figure. Okay, we're almost done here. Next up, we got Beast Alliance, Optimus Primal, and not Megatron, Skullcruncher. That's his name. Here's his robot mode, and here's the combined form. Honestly, out of all the ones we covered for like the combined form thing, I think this is the nicest looking one of them all. It looks cool. I mean, the combination of green and like the black, it just works so well.
Yeah, I was gonna say the colors, like how it's like bright green, a little bit darker green, and then black. Ooh, yeah.
It speaks to your soul.
Uh-huh.
The colors here are nice. Like I like the blue, I like the red, but like you can tell they were kind of just rushing to get this figure out because like the whole face is completely blue. There's no like, you know, little shades of silver here and there, but it's supposed to be a gimmick figure, so I can understand why they didn't want to go all the way through with it.
Yeah.
The articulation seems nice. What do you think?
Seems like there's pretty good points of articulation. Can't articulate the head, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, at this point we're kind of used to these kind of figures now being able to move their head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in A tier actually. I have two images of that. I made a mistake, so just put them both in whatever tier you put them on. And lastly, we have like the little I think these are called the weaponizers. We have this Cheetor that transforms into a blade. I think that's cool, honestly. Cheetor looks super skinny. Again, very Beast Machines-esque, but I don't mind.
Yeah, I really love the. You know what that reminds me of just now? A Turo.
What?
Kind of. I pictured a Turo. I don't know why. Maybe because it's like so yellowish.
That did not even cross my mind, in all honesty. It's a solid figure. I'll put it in B. It's just okay.
I put it A just because I love Cheetor.
Saying. Okay, next up we got Rhinox, who doesn't look that much different from the Rhinox we covered a little while ago. And he transforms into a machine gun. That's awesome, in my opinion. I love that's a coolness factor.
That is.
Canceling my rationale. Just for that, I'm gonna put this in A tier. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going into A tier for me.
This is probably the type of figure that you know, put it in another character's hands so they can use. But honestly, I could picture like a core class or another small figure just going on top of that and using it like a turret or like a tank, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking like Bastion from Overwatch, if you catch my drift. Alright, and our final figure is this one, Skullcruncher. He transforms into like some kind of cannon. I gotta say, after seeing the machine gun and the saber, the cannon seems very underwhelming. But Skullcruncher himself, like the beast mode looks fine. I think all of the beast modes for these guys look really cool.
They could have used a little bit more color, but I do feel like that you can attach him to, like, someone could be holding him.
I feel like this will go really nice on like the mainline Rhinox's hand, if I'm honest. Yeah. Okay, look, I'm gonna give it an A just because I actually really like Skullcruncher's beast mode. I think it looks super cute.
Yeah, that's what I gave him. I gave him an A.
So now we're gonna share our tier list. Here's mine.
Alright.
Can you share yours so we can compare them?
Yep.
I like how you have my whole like chunk of B and a C plus, and you have everything perfectly organized in there. Oh, that's fine. You have a lot of S tier ones. Like I usually save S just for like the ones that are like above and beyond, and put the rest I think just look okay, like just look good in A.
Yeah.
Like to me, S is sacred. S stands for sacred.
Me, S stands for sweet.
That's awesome. Okay, so it looks like between you and me, you were probably the good cop, and I was the bad cop, the more critical of these. Because I have more in C+, C, and D than you do in C and D combined. Overall, I actually feel pretty positive about the rest of the Beast figures so far. The gimmick ones and the ones that we're all excited for. How about you?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on some of these figures and review them for you guys.
Same, I'll be getting you some of these, but I probably won't review them because I'm not a tour reviewer. That's Optination's job, not mine. Anyways, so I'm hopefully gonna upload this before the trailer comes out, because I'm sure once the trailer comes out, we're gonna have tons of new things to discuss. There will be leaks at 3 AM that I'm gonna have to stay up late to cover, and it's gonna be all fun, and my sleep schedule's gonna be ruined, and that's gonna be really, really fun for you guys to witness. And Optination right here is probably gonna have new toys to review and check and cover and discuss and whatever else he does in his channel. So, anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you, Fire Brothers, for having me on your channel, and it's been great, and keep doing what you're doing, and remember to all our Optination.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say goodbye just yet, but I mean, I was gonna ask you one more thing. He's trying to get rid of me, guys. Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so overall, pretend you're a teacher grading the rest of the Beast figures so far. What's your overall grading right now? Like, what would you give it?
B minus.
B minus, alright. I'm gonna give it so far... I'm gonna give it a C plus. No, actually no, I'm just gonna give it a B. Like, I feel like the good kind of outweighed the bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
It cancels out, but the toy line is alright so far. It hasn't exactly like wow me or blow me. There are of course the figures here and there that do so, like Scourge and Battletrap, but I'm hopeful that the upcoming figures will change my mind.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the future of Rise of the Beast toys. I feel like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, same. Well, let's hope they are. The future kind of depends on it.
Right.
Anyways, so again, thank you to Optination Reviews for showing up. Now we're actually gonna say goodbye. So, as always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that annoying YouTuber stuff that the algorithm likes, and Optination can say goodbye this time.
Alrighty, guys. Well, again, thank you to the Fire Brothers for having me, and remember to all our Optination.
Bye, guys. Perfect. That was a perfect way to end it. Amazing. Cool. That synergy right there was perfect. Anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our amazing Patreons. Xavier the God, Stitch Productions, Scrub Lordo, Allspark Studios, Epic Nin, Lord Racer, Transformers Gears and Brawn, that's still a long name, Optination Reviews, Joshua, James Newbold, Predator King Hunter Plays, Omega Tryon 2000, Namekai, the Diamond Crest Productions, and our newest super handsome Patreon, DJ Universe. And an even bigger shout out to our even bigger Patreons, Jordan the Great and XNorder23, who donated a amount of money. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Patreon, it's much appreciated. If you guys donate to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You get to collab with me in some videos if you choose to. You can request some artwork from me, get exclusive look on some upcoming videos early, and get a sneak peek at some of the stuff that I'm been working on in the background that I haven't published just yet. But keep in mind that it is entirely optional, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you to my patrons for donating, make sure to go check out their channels. Some of them do Transformers content like toy reviews, news updates, or just regular good old gameplay videos. I'm sure there's something for you to enjoy. As always guys, thank you for donating, I couldn't do this without you. If you guys want to donate to my Patreon, you know what to do. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.